Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this month's live cupping, July's berry edition. Super exciting edition. When we put this together, we didn't realize what a berry bonanza it would be, but it really has been a fantastic, really sweet berry experience. And what I really love about berries is that all these flavors that seem to come out in summer, don't they? It's a really weird coincidence, but it's not like they planned it or anything. But berry flavors, they're not really the berries that grow on trees. They're just sort of pretend berry notes because it's always just coffee. This is what I love about specialty coffee is these weird coincidences. So that's all I'm going to say is that berries, summer, coincidence. Anyway, let's see what 4 coffees we have. And let's talk a little bit about the rules of cupping. For anybody who's new or joining this on YouTube, watching it for the first time, we'll break down what the sort of basic do's and don'ts for experiencing a cupping. Because remember, cupping isn't just enjoying coffee. This is about exercise so that you will enjoy coffee more in the future. And for today, what we're going to do is cup 4 different coffees from European roasters. And this month's theme, being berries, means we have coffee number 1 from Romania, Meron, representing the strawberry, is a Thermic Shock Anaerobic Colombia from the amazing producers Diego Samuel Bermudez. Oh, here comes someone else. Felipe. Hello, welcome back, Felipe. Good to see you. And you can put your microphone on. It won't be a problem talking. I won't pick up your sound and any echo. So anybody who feels that they want to chat, please do. So we're talking about coffee number 1. This is an amazing coffee representing strawberry. And we'll talk about, obviously, the 4 berry notes. Normally, I don't reveal the flavors. But for this month, you'll know 1 from each before you guess your own beyond those 4 obvious ones. But the strawberry, I think, in coffee number 1, more of a wild strawberry. Don't know if any of you have had wild strawberries, but we'll talk about that. Coffee number 2, representing raspberry, Populous from Berlin. Super excited to be working with them. And if Mordy joins us, well, he's worked for Populous. So it was through Mordy and his great help that he helped us get this fantastic pea berry Burundi. Now, I love Burundi coffees. They are fruit sensations. And this one being a pea berry makes it extra juicy. We'll talk more about that, hopefully with Mordy. But this representing raspberry is a fantastic coffee. Coffee number 3. Now, this one representing blueberry. Well, this is Renard, a discovery roaster this month. You know, each month we like to have a discovery roaster. Well, we believe that Renard is an amazing roaster, and Xavier, super passionate, and French roasters. It's always good to see new specialty coffee roasters in France. It's a really sort of fast-growing area, I think, France, but they do need more. They need many more there. And finally, coffee number 4. This one is from Fortitude in Scotland, Edinburgh, and we have been tasting so many different coffees from Fortitude over the last year. He's been sending us so many, and each one has been a complete face melter. So this one, I think, is just another example of all their fantastic work. Super excited working with them. Anoxic washed as well. So a little bit unusual. And Rwanda, always epic coffees. Blackcurrant in spades, right? But what else does it have? We'll find out today. Okay. So shall I break down the rules now? Okay. So basically the rules of cupping are you don't have to have 4 the same cups, but make sure you have the equal amount of coffee, 12 grams usually, 200 water. If you have cupping bowls, you only need to fill it to the top. Grind size, down the middle, slightly finer maybe. Comandante 22 to 24 clicks, right? I'm going to go on my ode around, someone's coming in. And on my fellow, I'm going to do it according to this, between 2 and 4. So I'm going to go closer to 2. Not too much. I like to be a little bit on the finer side of this sort of between settings. I always go slightly finer, but not too fine. I think super fine is what they advise for maybe darker roasts. I'm not sure, but it doesn't have to be super fine. Okay, and make sure you pour 200, or if it's to 12, do that ratio according to 12 to 200. I forget what ratio it is. And 16 point infinite 6s to 1. And yeah, then it's about pour and wait. Nothing more, no papers, nothing. Keep it simple. Just pour the water, wait a few minutes, then you're going to scoop, you're going to stir and smell, then you're going to wait another 10 minutes, and then that's it. Then you're going to drink. And then we're going to mark on the cards what we experienced. And believe me, you'll be enjoying coffee much better each time you do this. And today we're going to do berries, push-ups. Here we go. Okay, I think I flew through it this time. Now let's get grinding. I can hear some of you grinding. Can we have the sound up? Make sure I can hear people. Everybody's mute. So please put on your sounds. I'd like to hear people so we can chat more. And I'm going to put on my kettle now. So feel free to boil the water or off boil. It's not important the exact temperature, just that it's very, very hot. Like I said, boiling 99, 98. I don't think below 98 or 97 is ideal, but just make it very, very hot. We're trying to keep it simple, remember, with cupping in the brewing stage, because the complexity happens in your mind later when you're sipping. Simple brewing, complex tasting. Okay, so I'm going to grind my beans now, and I'm going to take in the dry aroma. This is an important one. I always ask people to trap in their memory the dry aroma, and then when they taste the coffee, just see how it connects with the dry aroma. Was it sort of the same or very different? Sometimes the dry aroma tells you a little bit, sometimes it tells you a lot. So try to trap in your memory what you smelled. When you're grinding by hand, as I can see many of you are, you can feel the beans as well, right, Peter? Is it tough beans or are they soft beans? That haptic feedback is another bit of information that you can connect later. So the sweetness of the coffee, does it reflect on the hardness of the beans? Does it reflect on the aroma? You're now in your mental exercise. Keep that brain engaged with all the senses. Okay. Coffee number one, grinding. Okay. Still can't hear people. Happy to chat with any of you. It does get quiet later, but, you know, we're not at the concentration stage, more the sort of reflecting on the berries edition. If any of you haven't tried the berries yet, are you looking forward to it? The dry aroma for number one is very subtle. I remember tasting this, and it's not a subtle taste, but the aroma, interesting, is very subtle. But I am getting a little bit of the story, the unusual flavors, the thermal shock process. Okay, coffee number two, the pea berry. Now, you all know the challenges of the pea berry, right? For every pea berry, there's about 5 to 10 beans that didn't make it, because these are the ones that were the mutant beans. 1 bean per pod, not 2. So pea berries are very interesting. Very nice. Wow. And a lovely pungent dry aroma. Maybe I'll add to the tasting card a dry aroma. Not something I see on usual tasting cards, but I like to create unusual tasting cards. Okay. Now coffee number 3. Okay. So coffee number 3, Renard. Renard and his beloved pink bourbon. And it's very affectionate. Wow. What a sweet, sweet aroma, right? Pink bourbon is an amazing coffee bean. And yeah, like Xavier. I keep calling him Renard, but his name is Xavier. And like Xavier, I'm very passionate about the pink bourbon and the tabby and these very exciting sweet Colombian beans. Okay. Next. Always got to make sure that you get rid of the extra grounds with the oat. Sometimes it traps a few. I don't know if any of you have that problem. I get it very often with the oat. Okay. Anybody have an ode? I'd like to hear your feedback. Do you get often beans like a gram or two trapped in there. Oh, that meowing is my cat. Oh, wow. Coffee number 4 as well. Lovely, lovely blackcurrant. Each of the berries I'm picking up in the dry aroma already. Are you getting it all? Okay. So, time to pour the water. We'll do it all at the same time, okay? But we'll wait for Chang. We'll wait for everybody. I can't see. Oh, duck it. But you're on the camera with the bang. Does it say? The Barenberg? I can't read what you guys are. Can you all put your microphones on? I need to hear you. Everybody's mute.
There we go.
There we go. I don't feel alone now. Thank you. So, Chang, are you nearly ready? I hear grinding. That's Peter still. Okay, good. We'll just wait. I need everybody to pour at the same time so we all can cool at the same time and then be sipping. It's all about timing, right? Then we're basically doing a joint cupping instead of at different stages. Philip, you feeling good? You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Brilliant. And Nucket and the gang. I don't know all other names. Nucket's friends. Can you tell me your names, please? Sorry. Can you tell me your names, please?
Oh, hi guys. I'm Esther.
Sorry?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but can you tell me your name?
My name is Esther. Hey.
Esther?
Yeah, you could say that.
I'm really sorry. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. Esther.
It's all right.
Okay, my kettle's ready. Is everybody ready? I don't hear grinding anymore.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. Peter's not there. Make sure you have enough water. Right, kettle ready. Let's pour in 3, 2, 1. Pour. And coffee number 1. Great. The timing matters, and then I really hope everybody has enough water. I'm going to go nearly to the top. I never fill right to the brim on these cupping bowls. Okay, nearly to the top, equal. Got to concentrate. And my cat is distracting me. My cat has an uncanny habit of knowing exactly when to distract me. Can't with you, not now. Right, that's it. Woo, I get nervous when I pour. And here he is, disturbing me. Okay. So now we wait. Very exciting. So oh, Nucket, what is that? What is that? She's teasing. Is that something I'm not supposed to look at? So, Esther and your friend next to you, what is your name?
Marish.
Marish.
My name is Marish. Hello.
Marish. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Marish. Esther, Marish, Nucket. I'm getting everybody's names because everybody else's names is on the screen, so it's easier to remember. Okay. Well, I have to go through the berries now because I want to give you my breakdown. Now, remember, the berries themselves, I gave a sort of coffee-style acidity sweetness profile, but that isn't what other people are doing, so I just thought we'd be original with this. So the strawberry, this is the berry we consider to have high sweetness and no acidity. But something else interesting about the strawberry, technically the strawberry is not a berry. This is something I learned. Did you know this? Because the berry grows from a certain part of the plant. It's like the plant, I forget the names, but they have certain female or male parts that fruit will develop from. And the berries grow from the same part, except the strawberry. It's a different part, which means it's technically not actually a berry.
I wonder, is coffee a berry?
If what is a berry?
Coffee.
Ah,
Coffee fruit.
holy moly. That's a really mind-blowing, brilliant question. I never considered. It's a cherry. And it's cherry.
I don't know. I don't know the definition, but I'm just wondering.
You're right. I mean, people say they're cherries, but it could be technically a berry. Just if it fits all the definitions of a berry. I think maybe because the coffee bean, the seed is too big. I don't know. I'll look it up. It's a very good question. Wow.
I think even a banana is a berry. So
They grow on
the definition is.
Sorry?
Oh, I think even a banana is a berry. So the definition is a little bit complicated, so to say.
Yeah. A banana is a berry. Wow. The banana berry. That's crazy. And I mean, the tomato being a fruit, I used to find mind-blowing. So I guess there are many sort of crossovers that you have to consider. Ooh, we have 20 seconds before it's time to break the crust. So here we go. You've got to get your spoons ready. And to explain this to people who've never done it before, 2 spoons. First, you break the crust once. Take in the aroma. It's going to be amazing. It's going to release all that fresh aroma. And then write down on the card, was it a subtle aroma this time, or was it really pungent, or somewhere in between? Here we go. And then remember, you're going to have to scoop with 2 spoons, clean in one, clean in the other, then go again. 2, but not the sipping cup. Keep your sipping cup away. Here we go. I'm breaking number 1. Wow. That is the sweetest smell. Not subtle like when it was freshly ground. That's so much stronger. Wow. I felt like I was drinking it. Yeah, write it down when it sits down. Good tip. Number 2. Amazing. Also very sweet, but just as pungent, hey? Woo! Number 3. My microphone is too loud. Please tell me. This is the first time I'm using a regular mic. It's picking up everything. Interesting, huh? I mean, in my opinion. I expected number 3 to actually be a really.
Okay, sorry.
Number 4 as well. It's sort of but not quite. Wow. Do you see? There we go. Now we clean the surface. Back-to-back spoons. I'm looking from above now. I take the scum, clean, take a bit more, and then keep going 4 times. Here we go. Back-to-back spoons. Meat at the other end. Okay. And again. Back-to-back. Meat at the other end. Dip clean. Back-to-back. Dip. Back. Great to hear you all doing your routine. Okay. Right, how much time do we have, Aiko? The clock is still ticking, remember, even though we still down to 7 minutes before we start drinking. So now I can write down on the cards the 4. Number 1 was definitely nice and strong. Number 2 as well. Slightly less, maybe. 3. Really slice apple. 4. A little bit stronger. So I've marked my cards, and I'll show you what I've done so far. That's my opinion, is that number 1 had the strongest aroma. Number 2, the slightly less, but both of them really strong. Number 3, really mild aroma. So surprising, and number 4 had the slightly stronger. But both of these two, that was my opinion. And then I'm going to write down, obviously, the names here because I want you guys to document this. Take a picture if you can. Upload it. Coffee Club. Okay. We used to do that, but I'll consider what we do next. But we do need your cards, your feedback. So, yeah. This is where it's important that you put this stuff down for your own workflow as well. So even for just yourselves, any kind of notes. I remember one of our coffee club members used a blue marker and a red marker. Nutkick, do you remember him? I think it's Simon Stern. He had the tasting cards that had cold taste and hot taste. In blue, it tasted one way, and red. That was a very crazy card, busy, but it worked for him. So I encourage you all to find your own method of understanding and planting on paper the workflow, the taste flow, because you're gonna stretch yourselves today. It really matters that you stretch yourself. You're not here to enjoy these coffees, remember. Right. See, you try and smell them now, and to me, they all smell very similar because they're not releasing that fresh aroma. You had one chance to really take in that aroma, making the crust. Okay, that was your chance. I mean, you can take the aroma now, but that to me was the moment of understanding its strength. So we'll talk through the other senses of what we're going to do. The mouthfeel. This one, remember, is just a sensation in your mouth. Does it feel like it's milky or cloudy or fizzy or foamy, or is it clean, or is it bright? Is it so sharp, bright like that, crisp? And then acidity. Is it low, high acidity? Then you're going to sip 4 of them again and consider only the body. So each time you sip through them, consider just one of these aspects, and speed as well. Compare them. If you need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 4, whatever it takes to sort of understand. But I recommend you don't mark down on your cards until you've had all 4, so you can compare. And then the finish. That you'll need to sip water in between each, right? Because it's how long you're tasting it after you've finished sipping. Sipping the water, resetting the mouth, anything you can. Some people, I don't know if they sniff a shirt. I don't know, weird habits, but always have a glass of water ready. And then the flavor notes, the fun part. And remember to type them in our comments or call them out. Very exciting stage where I hear people's flavor notes, because we all go to the place that people recommend a flavor note if it's a good one. Suddenly we're all going, yes. So that's a fun stage, right? We love the flavor note stage. And then finally, we'll vote on our favorite coffee. Just for this experience, it doesn't mean it's our favorite outside this experience. Maybe we loved a certain coffee last week, but today on this cupping table, I just want to know a quick vote for fun. And that's it. We'll reveal the roaster's flavor notes at the end. You're right. That's a great moment where we compare their profile. For some of you who get the taster set or the taster set XL, you've never seen the flavor notes. I hope you haven't peeked anywhere, because this is a great reveal. And it's a great moment that you've gone on the journey with this coffee without ever really knowing their flavor notes until now. So that's kind of what we want for people in the coffee club, is to go their own way as much as possible on the flavor notes. We'll help you, educate you on the roaster, the coffee, everything. We'll meet the producer, but we'd rather not tell you those few flavor notes that they've chosen to describe the coffee, maybe until now. I don't blame you if you're curious, but if you hold back, it'll be a better exercise for you.
We have 1.5 minutes.
1.5 minutes, how time flies. Okay. Process. Right, so the process of each coffee. Coffee number one, thermic shock. That means from hot to cold or cold to hot, but it's getting a quick transfer of temperature change, and it's doing very interesting things. Lots of amazing experimenting going on in Colombia, and Samuel Bermudez is doing amazing stuff. And this coffee by Meron is a great example of Meron. That's why I love it. All their coffees have this sort of brilliant floral sensation. They love floral coffees. They remind me of Vanelli. Populous, shame Morty isn't here, but Populous I've always wanted to work with. We missed covering Populous when we did our Berlin coffee scene. Wish I had, because they are from, well, they worked at Cafe Oslo as well, and they're from Finland. So Finnish people in Berlin, super cool experience. Renard, I've talked about, amazing guy, Xavier, and he's the recent vice champion, roast champion in France. Super cool coffee. And Fortitude, Matt, everything he does is epic. We love their work. So we're so glad to have Fortitude in this month's edition. Boom, there it is.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, spoons in hand. Here we go. Okay, so mouthfeel, 4 times.
Go through it pretty quickly.
Nearly dipped in my drinking water. I do that. Right, mouthfeels. Curious about the mouthfeels. There's one that sticks out, but the rest are quite similar, in my opinion. Okay, that's simple though. Mouthfeel is usually the easier one. Today it's harder. They're quite similar. Acidity. This is going to be hard as well. Okay, concentrate, Tim. Concentrate. Don't go too quick. Acidity. Ooh, okay. Number 1. How low can you go? Now, if my theory about the berries charts I did in the tasting card is correct, then the acidity will reflect in your taste card what I predicted in my card here. So that should be interesting to compare, right? Okay. Yeah, defo climbing up. And 3. Oops. Yeah, for sure. Now, I can't wait to hear your feedback on all of this. Okay, the body. Could I have a cup, please? Oh, I'll take a takeaway cup. Yeah. Now I've changed. I was sipping. Swallow. Now I'm going to spit into my spitting cup because I'm drinking too much coffee. Okay. Right. Interesting. Body is very hard. Very similar. You guys struggling to separate them when it comes to body?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is just one of those months where certain things converge and you can't see the daylight between them. But, you know, every month is different. Yeah. Don't struggle too hard. No difference. It is what it is. Right. Ooh, the finish. This will be interesting now. There has to be a difference. These are different processes here. Okay. Right. Ooh, nice, nice. Nearly there. Are you all nearly there? Just got 2 left to do on finish. Interesting. And finally. Okay. Oh, that's interesting as well. Wow. My surprise is that Fortitude is quite a lively coffee, but the finish isn't too long, right? It's grapey, it's sweet, but it doesn't sort of stretch out. Very clean, very nice coffee. Anoxic washed. Something unusual there, maybe? So, are we ready to talk flavor notes? Beyond the 4 obvious ones, I'd like to hear what people are tasting. Now, Meron, already somebody made a comment on our post on Instagram that they were tasting, I think it was goat cheese, which I found very interesting. Very interesting. I was picking up something like goat cheese when I brewed it a certain way. Not today. Just hit me with your weirdest flavor notes. Coffee number 1. Wow. Sticky, sweet fruit, but what kind? Okay. Flavor wheel time. Fruit. Sticky fruit. Has everybody eaten wild strawberries before? Like the little strawberries that aren't quite as sweet as regular strawberries. They have a bit more of a tartness. I would say I'm picking up definitely wild strawberries. It's a strawberry forward coffee. But I'm trying to get beyond that. It's a difficult one.
It's kind of a hot lemon juice.
Hot lemon juice.
If you put like 1 or 2 pieces of lemon in the hot water, it's very similar to me.
Chang, that's nuts. I'm not sure I'm getting lemons. Lemons is a particular kind of a citric acidity. Am I really getting that? I know it's sharp, but to me it's more sticky. What is it? Maybe as it cools, it will reveal more lemony. That does happen often to coffees as they cool. And mine might be a bit warmer than yours. Not sure, Chang. Not sure. Okay.
I can kind of taste lemon.
There we go.
Stuff.
There we go. Okay, coffee number 2.
No.
No?
You haven't.
I'm bouncing around. Call out or type. Have we got comments? Are people typing or calling out? No, there's no messages yet. So, yeah.
You get goat cheese.
Do I get goat's cheese? Maybe. Not goat's cheese, but like cream, not like cheesecake. Something like cheesecake.
You're quite buttery, isn't it?
Something like a kind of cheesecake. I'm not sure.
Butterscotch.
It's got a back note. It always sort of gets me right at the back of the nose, something unusual. I like the kicker, but it's very hard to identify. Anybody got anything? Peter is thinking. He's pondering. Are you pondering on coffee number 1?
I'm at home with COVID, so my taste isn't that what I think it should be.
Oh, I'm sorry, Peter. Oh, dear.
No problem.
Okay, well, I hope you get your taste buds back. This might help, you know, sort of.
Who knows? Who knows?
Okay. Wow.
But I am getting like blue cheese kind of.
Yeah, blue cheese. Blue cheese is a particular kind of cheese. I keep wanting to be tropical, but it's not quite tropical. It's sticky, It's almost molassesy, but not molassesy. It's I can see the wheels turning. Come on, Chris.
I had some figs this morning, you know that, and I
You
don't
had
know
what?
if it's just figs, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the bias of like tasting that recently, but I get a bit of that.
I think you're onto something. As soon as you said figs, I was like, could be.
Little sort of.
You know what? We'll go with that. Figs is a great one, right? It's got figgishness.
Cool.
Figgish.
Floral as well, right?
It's floral as well, but I think the floral gets picked up much more when you brew it properly. Like now, this is an immersion brew technically, so it's tough to pick up on florals when you've been sitting that long. So they're there. The aspect of them I can sort of pick up, but I'm not getting them in spades. Right. Let's move on to coffee number 2. Okay. Well, the raspberry is fantastic, of course. Really great. So there is that increase in acidity because it reflects the raspberry. I believe the raspberry is a fruit that has slightly more acidity than the strawberry. I mean, not just me. I did look this up, and yeah, it would sit higher on the pH scale. Was it lower? What else? Almost tasting a hibiscusy kind of taste.
Yes.
It's got a nice kind of barley or wheat or something dry, kind of, I don't know.
Lemon curd.
Lemon curd. Lemon curd.
Sweet.
There's a cakey kind of. Whoops, that's number 3. There's a cake-like sweetness as well in there.
Like
Wow.
the pie base on a cherry bakewell.
Cherry bakewell, yes. Marzipan, something.
Yeah, like marzipan. That's it.
Something going on in there like that. Nice, cherry bakewell. So not all of you have had cherry bakewell, maybe. It's just a kind of little pie thing with a bit of marzipan and a cherry on top. Yeah. Nice. There we go. Very interesting. Miss BHG, in your professional cupping you've got going on there, what are you all tasting with number 2? Comfort zone. Love that thing on the wall.
Probably too focused.
Yeah, they're into their thing. They can't hear us.
Yes, we are here.
Ah,
But
cool,
we
cool.
We make discussion. We are 3 people, so we are talking about it.
I see. Well, you kept your conversation to yourself. We want to hear you talking about it.
Yeah, we think about number 2.
Yep.
We think about what kind of acidity we get it. Some
Medium,
kind
low,
of
or high?
resin.
Medium. It's got bite. It's definitely got bite. And
Acidity we get, but yeah. How can you describe resin for us?
how can I describe what?
Resin.
Reason.
Raisin.
Raisin. Raisin, yeah. You're getting raisin with number 2?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or grape. We can't describe. We make discussion about it.
I see. So it's whether it's raisin or grape. I agree. Okay, it's there. It's like a raisiny, grapey. It's on the border.
White winey.
White winey, maybe. I think it's a grapiness, but a dry grape, something like that. Raisin has its own thing. I can't get to raisin, so dry grape. Interesting. This is good. We go to coffee number 3. Okay. We can always bounce around, but I just want to get through them and talk about them together one by one. So number 3, Renard, the pink bourbon. Wow.
Is that raisin just dry grape?
Technically, but I'm thinking at the beginning of the grape being dry, not at the end. So I see your point. There's a difference. Right. Difficult to look past the blueberries, but what else are we getting? I'll have an interesting reveal for you at the end. Wow. It's as it cools with this particular cupping style of brewing, giving it a dry mouth tartness. So you have to ignore that. You have to sort of remove mouth feels like this at the end of a cupping and just concentrate on the flavors only. That's the technical aspect of this experience. Not that this, like I said at the beginning, it's not about enjoying the coffee. So right now, I would call this unpleasant in the mouthfeel, but I got to ignore that. It's not part of what Renard is trying to tell me.
Unpleasant how?
Just a sort of tea-like dry mouth is taking over.
Yeah.
Just that. You have to ignore that.
I just think it's white tea kind of flavor as well because it's dry.
I see. I'm picking up almost strawberries in this one. This one has many berries. I feel like this is just a fruit bowl of berries. Strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, banana berries. No, not banana berries. But I'm just getting berries. Hard to see anything else with Renard. What about you guys?
Do you feel plum?
What plum?
Plum. I
Plum.
somehow feel plum. I don't know.
Plum. Interesting. Let's
The
see.
red plum.
Plum marmalade. Yeah, red plum marmalade.
What?
Some kind of dried plum.
Wow. Yeah. A red plum, a juicy red plum, not a heavy one. Plumminess to me often can be quite tangy, but this is good. You're right. A nice, good plum, not an English plum. Excellent.
It's very floral. Jasmine. White.
Getting florals. Anyone else getting florals with number 3? It's just difficult to get florals for me at this stage. Okay, and coffee number 4, Fortitude. Wow. Now, there's definitely more going on here than blackberry. A lot more. That would be interesting to hear what you have to say. Taste is also affected by what you've eaten in life. So we are totally allowed to come up with flavor notes that are different to each other because we've all had different foods. And that's what's triggering our memories and thoughts right now. You're trying to find what does in this coffee I'm tasting remind me of something else I've tasted in life. That's all you're doing really, is you're trying to connect.
Like black honey.
Black honey.
It's a more cooked honey. It's darker. I don't know how to explain that in translation.
Cooked honey. Wow. That's subtle, but it's there. Yeah. That's nice. Smoky kind of honey. There is a sort of wildness to this. There's like a herby, brothy something.
Yeah.
Beefiness, an unusual brothy, beefy herb, some kind. If someone could identify it.
Yeah, pisto. Sorry.
I think on a light note, it's very bubble gum kind of.
It's the flavor wheel. Yeah. Wish I had the flavor wheel. So I'm trying to think, like, in the flavor wheel, first, one particular note that I'm trying to concentrate on and ignore the rest and say, is it fruit? Is it, which of the 4, 5 is it? Like a computer, and then work my way out, just so I can identify it. Real struggle, but let's see what we can come up with. Okay. It's a non-sweet, sharp, it's almost astringent, not astringent. It's part of the acidity, but it's providing a certain kind of interesting, not molasses, but unusual kick flavor, a non-sweet one. What could it be? Very hard to identify, right? I need help from my team. Come on, team. Number 4. Philip, Chris, Chang. Anyone except Peter. Peter's off the hook.
I know what you mean about that sort of meaty, sort of creepiness almost.
Something,
but
right? Yeah.
like, there's something probably more specific.
Exactly. If somebody picks it up, I go, ah, that's what it is. And I feel that relaxed. Okay. Bovril?
What's that?
Yeah.
But in a good way.
Almost like a maltiness kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's funny. So my taste isn't really there, but what I can taste is that you said something like the wilderness in the last one, right?
Right.
A little bit, yeah. I bought blackberries, and the ones from the market were just, I don't know, very bland. But the ones I pick at the forest or here at wherever, because they grow everywhere,
Yeah.
they are far more like this one because
Oh,
they're
wow.
more, how do you say, more
Wild blackberries.
aggressive, yeah, more
Heady.
yeah, I don't know. Wilderness.
More wildernessy.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it, but this one I bought at the market is just more flat, more not really that acidity, but the one I just get outside from gardens, they're more pungent, so to say.
Really interesting. So he captured the essence of the wild blackberry. Just like Meron has the wild strawberry, we've got the wild blackberry going on in number 4, Fortitude. So that's really great. Brilliant. Well, there's one thing left to do, guys. What was that, sorry?
I feel because of the acidity, there's some kind of loquat. I don't know.
Loquat. Oh, I've never had a loquat. Can you describe a loquat?
It's like a peach, less sweet, more acidic.
Peach. But
Is it
acidic
not like
peach.
nectarine? That different thing.
Nectarine's different. Getting something like an acidic peach. So if that's what a loquat is, very interesting. I get what you're saying. Peachy but sharp.
Yeah, it's not a peach. It's more acidity.
Yeah, but the sweetness part of it is peachy-ish. It's kind of more round. So
yeah.
But I get what you mean. That's very interesting. Must eat a loquat. Wow. What do you guys think? Whoever's had a loquat. Chang, do you get loquats?
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Oh boy, loquat. We all got to look it up now. Yeah, that's it. So should we vote on our favorite coffee now? Just grab a bag, hide it from camera, and then hold it up to camera. You ready, Peter? Obviously, I abstain. And just be interesting to see out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, hide it, hide it, hide it. Too soon. And if more than one person, Nugget, is voting on one bag, just point to the bag, yeah? Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. This is a vote out of 7. Get ready. Voting in 3, 2, 1. Reveal. Ta-da! So that's a number 4. Oh, sorry, number 1. 1 wins it with 4 and 3 and 2 each getting a vote. Wow, amazing. Number 1, Meron. Boom.
You know,
Thanks, guys.
I love Morley.
Yes, me too. Sorry, guys, but this will always be my favorite. Fantastic. Well, guys, thank you for today. Berries edition has been crazy fun. Lots of berry sweetness. And what?
The flavor notes.
Yes, it's time to reveal the flavor notes. Sorry. Aiko always reminds me of things I forget. I was about to announce next month, but think you all know it anyway. We have announced it. Okay. So coffee number one, Meron. Here we go. Flavor notes. Hibiscus, red plums, blood orange, nectarine, berry candy. Okay. Coffee number two. And there's strawberry in there. That's unusual. Coffee number two. Bergamot, lemon peel.
I said lemon curd.
Lemon curd from Ico. I denied anybody who said lemon, so I apologize. Raspberry. There it is. Now, coffee number three. Blueberry and raspberry. That's it. Finally, coffee number four. Blackberries, apricot, cinnamon. Cinnamon. How about that? I'm not sure. Cinnamon to me is a particular flavor note. I'm going to argue about that one with Matt. I don't agree with cinnamon. Everybody's different, but personally, cinnamon I get more in the, around Christmas time. They have those anaerobic coffees that have the cinnamon notes, that unmistakable cinnamon flavor. I love cinnamon, and I never tasted it in number four, personally. So I'm telling you that because you're free to disagree, right? This was one person's opinion. So often I go right to what the roaster says. Sometimes I don't. And that's what I want you guys to do. Free will. And it's been fantastic. I hope you've learned a lot today, taste bud wise, and enjoy your coffees more in the future. Now, next month, Coast Epic Edition. Okay, don't be fooled by the simple theme of Coastline. We have Morgon with an amazing Colombia coffee, really amazing. Now, I love Morgon and Christian and that team when they were at Demateo. I was loving everything they were doing there. So as soon as they went to Morgon, I was like, yeah. First time we'll have them in our set. Then we've got, who else, remind me? Stuka. Now, we visited them, loved Stuka for years. If you followed us years ago, we did a really cool video at the Barbican Center with Stuka bags. So you need to see our really old work from like 7 years ago to see how far back we go with some of these roasters. And Nord, we're finally working with Nord. So this is, well, we've been following Nord ever since they were just Nord Tokyo, and Nord Oslo was just their cafe. Oh, that's Fuglin. I'm getting mixed up. Sorry. I'm getting mixed up. Oh, God. Nord. Sorry. Second time we're working with Nord. Love Nord. And yes, sorry about that. Fuglin is totally different. I get mixed up. So finally, Pelicano. This is from Brighton, Pelicano. We love the team. Dom is a fantastic guy. You're going to see these guys are amazing because we'll be with them at the Brighton Coffee Festival. So live at the Pelicano stand in Brighton at the Brighton Coffee Festival, celebrating Coast Edition. I hope each of our roasters does their brew and chats outside by the beach or in the port, somewhere which helps us get into the sort of whole coastal thing. And yeah, the 4 coffees are going to be amazing. We've already been drinking them because we'll be shipping them soon, but we've already received tastings of the coffees. So trust me, they're amazing. That's it. Next month, cupping and all those sort of things we'll be announcing very soon. Join us again. Thanks for today, guys. It was epic. Well done. You did really well. Hope you enjoyed the experience with my new microphone. Any feedback is welcome. And yeah, tell all your friends so we can have more people do the live cupping. And yeah, the more people that participate, the more sort of flavor notes start passing around as well. And it gets really fun. So we definitely want to spread the experience. Thanks, guys. Your contributions matter. Stay coffee enlightened. Bye, guys.
Tim, have a nice weekend.
You have a great weekend.